We're real life sisters, Kay and Shi, and we real life want to be your sisters too. Welcome to the family. No takesies backsies. Now let's get on with the Kay and Shi Show. All right, we are pulling in once again to the dock here on Ship Week. Yep, we are in Friendship Harbor, and we are excited to talk about the ship that I think a lot of us find a lot of comfort in, and that is in friendships. Now, one of the things that I love about Shyla and I is that we have two different sides of the friendship spectrum. Now, Shyla is incredibly social, and I'll let you talk about how your beautiful relationships came forward with your trillion best friends. And Kay here, I have one best friend outside of my sister, and that's pretty much it. And I'm definitely more of an introverted human. So friendships are both deep for us, but have different meanings and they play out differently in our lives. Well, coming at you, Professor Shi here for a minute, what we know is that humans thrive in groups and that they thrive on connection, and that the impact of even just one close connection with someone that you would consider a friend gives enough of a sense of belonging to reduce suicide rates by incredible amounts, and feelings of loneliness and self-harm and suicidal thoughts and all of those things. So whether it's one friend or a dozen, just having someone on the friendship spectrum is really important to your health overall as a human being, and that well-being. But yes, you're right, Kay. I have a large group of friends. We had 11 bridesmaids from a wonderful group of women that I started going to school with when I was 9 years old. And by the time we were in high school, there was 9 of us. We have a title, we have numbers, we have nicknames. There's a secret initiation. Just kidding. There's not one of those. But we're called the Ditz Crew. And through the ups and downs, we've been there for each other. And I've always really enjoyed having this close knit of nearly 10 women as my friends. It's really amazing to have seen that play out in your life too. But man, that is a busy set of friends for somebody like me, who's a little bit more on from a networking perspective, the introverted side. It's funny, I was just telling somebody last night how oftentimes in networking situations where we've got to talk to people, I cling to Shyla for dear life, because while a extroversion is an easy thing for me, I am definitely more naturally introverted. And so I have one very close friend outside of Shyla. Shout out to Victoria. Hey, Victoria. Yes, I was about to say her name is Victoria. She's amazing. We've been best friends since we were 15 years old and have carried on a relationship that we're very proud of. And it's taken a lot of intention over the years to manifest and keep that relationship going. And to me, it seems crazy to do that times 10, but it's amazing how the idea of friendship plays out in both of our lives. It does. And the 10 of us, there's definitely pairs offs and other little, trios and such, but we are a collective and we communicate in a collective. And I think that's been part of the strength for us. But for, I think that idea of intention that you just brought forward, Kay, is probably the most important piece in differentiating between I want to call them proxy friends. Like you take a class with somebody, you become friends over the semester. Yeah, right. You're friendly for a while because you have a shared experience or you work together somewhere. But as time fades, that doesn't really continue forward because neither one of you brought enough intentional energy forward to progress that. And there's nothing wrong with that because our life needs those kinds of friendships in our life. And then there is that other side that Kay and I are talking about with those close friendships that go across time because you intentionally invest in that in time with those friends. Yep. I mean, I'll be the first to admit that Victoria and I have gotten into fights, right? We've had to work things out. We've had to have conversations and to make compromises and to find time for each other when we're busy and, to make the effort for that particular friendship. And so I think a lot of us can sometimes, if you have the expectation that friendship is a lot of work, sometimes it is, and that's okay. And I think there is an expectation that friendship's going to be perfect, right? Kind of like the first 6 months of a relationship, but then forever. And it is like any other relationship, which means it takes upkeep. It does. And it's not always easy to spend the money and commit the time to go travel on a friend's trip or go see someone, or especially if you've got friends that move away as they do as you get older, then it's really takes intentional planning and commitment. But boy, is it worth it. And we love how Michelle Obama really underscores this as well in her book, of course, that we love. And you've heard us feature before her book, Becoming, but her having a really strong group of friends that she made primarily in college, and they've intentionally kept it forward board, you can just see how they've been this level of support and this ability to provide that sense of security and belonging no matter what, how important that can be for people. And I just love the way she shared that. And we know the studies show, the research shows, friendships are really important. So be it one or be it many, here's to your friendships today as we pull out of this harbor and into our last kind of meta harbor of the week. Ooh.